first book haul of 2017. I'm back today with another book haul. It's the first book haul of this year and I'm really excited to get into it. So I have 4 books that I've bought myself and 2 that have been sent from publishers. So the 2 that I was sent from publishers are Sophia Khan Is Not Obliged and the upcoming sequel, which is called The Other Half of Happiness, and I'm really excited to get into these. I have heard quite a lot of good things about Sophia Khan Is Not Obliged. I've heard it being called the Muslim Bridget Jones, and it sounds very much like something I think I'll really enjoy, and I'm really excited to get into this. And then also the sequel, which is coming out on the 6th of April. So this is about a woman whose boyfriend slash soon to be possible husband proves to be too close to his family and his parents for comfort. So she decides that she is getting ready near enough to swear off men for good. But then she gets asked to write about the Muslim dating scene, and she finds that her problems become a work, and it baffles her friends and family from what I gather, as she goes around interviewing lots of different people and talking about the Muslim dating scene. But I'm guessing that there's a chance that she falls in love with someone along the way, and that's what the second book's going to be about. I'm guessing, because I haven't read them yet. But yeah, this is the sort of book that I used to read a hell of a lot. I used to really enjoy sort of chick lit style books, and I've heard that this is quite funny as well, so I'm excited, and it should be this type of book that I really will get on with. As I've said, this is the follow-up, and this isn't out till the 6th of April, so this is an art copy. This is The Other Half of Happiness, and she is married in this book, and her marriage isn't quite going to plan. Her mother wants to have a ceremony, even though they eloped, and her husband has a very attractive colleague, and things aren't going quite as she hoped. She's a little bit suspicious of the attractive colleague, so she wonders whether the ceremony will bring them closer together, but it actually makes her husband confess something that might tear them apart. So again, it's the type of thing that I really enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to getting into it. The next book that I picked up is something a little different, and it is pretty pastel style. I am in the process of redecorating at the moment, and hence this book. I live in a cottage, and I like everything to look cottagey, and I have a lot of really nice light colours around the place, and sort of cottagey details, and I do quite like pastel-y sort of style, so I bought this because it is beautiful and it has some lovely pictures in it, and I thought it would be a really nice inspiration for when I'm decorating my house. So if you can see, it's got very pretty pictures and loads of great ideas, so I'm going to be reading that. I'm already halfway through it, but yeah, it's really nice and really pretty, and I think it would make a very nice coffee table book as well. Not that I've got enough room in my cottage for a coffee table because it is quite small, but it will go on my bookshelf once I'm finished, and it looks pretty nice. The next book that I've picked up is this one, which is Talking as Fast as I Can, and that is by Lauren Graham from the Gilmore Girls. And if you like the Gilmore Girls like I do, you will know exactly who she is. She's the mum in it, she's Lorelai Gilmore, and it is her story. So it says from Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls and everything in between, because Gilmore Girls actually finished airing years ago, and they've just brought out a sort of a 4-part series that carried on the Gilmore Girls years later, and everybody was growing up, and it was pretty sad to watch. It says that it has some of our awkward life stories, growing up, teenage years, dating years, working years, that sort of thing. So I'm quite a fan of Lauren Graham from the Gilmore Girls. I haven't really seen her in anything else, but I've heard that she's great in Parenthood, I think it's called. But I was really interested to pick this up, and it's quite a small book, and I do really like my little autobiographies, so can't wait to get into that one. Next up, I picked up Hexham Health. I had to order this from Australia. I don't know if you can get it in England, but I ordered it from Australia. It was the only place I could find it. And I saw this on a booktuber channel. I can't remember who it was because it was absolutely months ago, and I jotted down the name of the book. I should have really jotted down who recommended it so that I could mention, but hindsight. This is about 3 young women caught up in the hysteria of their own times. So I'll just quickly read the back of this to you. It says, in 1628, Veronica and her brother flee for their lives into the German woods after their father is burned at the stake. At the dawn of the 18th century, Scottish maid Catherine is lured into political dissent after her parents are butchered for their beliefs. And in present day Australia, Paisley navigates her way through the burning torches of small town gossip after her mother's new age shop comes under scrutiny. So this is YA, it's 3 women, 3 different times. I don't know exactly what I'm expecting from this, but it is based on the true history of witchcraft and witch hunts and things like that, and it's always been something that has interested me. I remember learning about witchcraft and witch hunts and witch trials and things in history at school, and I have been a fan of things such as Most Haunted, where they visited areas that have been known for witchcraft and things, and it's just something that's always interested me, but I've never really read more into it, or I've never really found out more about it. So anything that sort of involves a little bit of witchcraft, a little bit of darkness, does interest me, and that made me order a book from Australia. So that's Hexham Health by Nikki McWaters. And the final book that I've picked up is this one, which is If You Love Me by Alice Keel. This is a non-fiction about a woman in a domestic abuse situation. It's Alice's story, and she meets Joe, and within about a month of being together, Joe and Alice are starting to talk about getting married and all sorts of things like that. Seems really eager to commit. And then he notices a message on a phone from an old flame, and apparently that flips a switch and it all begins to unravel. So so from that point abuse and violence start happening, and Alice has constantly got to be proving her love for Joe, and so he starts putting on the demands, and she gives up everything. She gives up her world, she gives up her friends, her family, and it's just not enough. And then he starts with the challenges, which I'm not sure what the challenges are, but she has to do them in order to prove that that she loves him. I have read a few non-fiction books that talk about domestic violence, and it's always a harrowing book, and so I'm not expecting this to be entertaining. I'm expecting it to be rather hard to read, but also it's something again that I'm interested in, so I'm going to be reading this one pretty soon, I hope. And so those are the books that I have, and I'm really excited to be reading them, and I will link them all below as always. And shameless plug, feel free to check out my other social medias. I have some nice pictures of books on my Instagram. It's also linked to my blog, so there's also quite a lot of other pictures, sort of makeup pictures and other pretty things that I like. So yeah, feel free to check that out, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.